Hello, I'm PS3 and welcome back to Q&A Saturday. Q&A Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about a variety of subjects, usually centered around the next update coming out for Minecraft console. That next update we're currently calling TU41, and a lot of these questions are about that, or just about other things people wanted to ask me. So if you want to ask any questions for next week's Q&A, you can leave them in the comments down below, because all of these questions are from last week's, including this one from Brian Elson, who says, #Q&A, what do likes do for YouTube videos? Good question, it helps out the channel a lot, and let's know you do like. But more seriously, likes actually used to be way more significant on YouTube. Nowadays, because they used to help with search ranks and stuff, nowadays it just helps YouTube's internal algorithms a tiny bit, and also there's the kind of thing where when people see a video with mostly likes, they know it's not going to be a big lie. So, for instance, the Seed video that claims to have 5 blacksmith chests, if you see the like ratio is really high, you know it's probably not a scam, whereas if it's like 99% dislikes, you know that's not good, and that's the majority of why a like is a good thing. It's that and the YouTube algorithms, and that's why I ask you to like the video if you do like it, because it really does help out the channel. Maybe not a lot anymore, but it definitely helps out the channel some amount, and also it's a good way to kind of show me that, yeah, you liked the video and that's a good thing I did, because when I see a video passes like 1,000 likes, I'm like, wow, geez, I guess that was a good video. But yeah, with that said, let's move on to the second question already. Wasn't that a nice way to use my like video if you liked it thing? But yeah, the second question comes in from Nyan Phoenix. I guess that's like Nyan Cat, but whatever. They say, is TU40 the 1.9 update, or is TU41 the 1.9 update? And is TU40 out? So this is where things get really confusing, because the answer to both your questions is no, probably, because TU40 is being skipped. They confirmed that for, Minecraft PS3 related reasons, they're just skipping TU40 to make them all the same. So the next update will be TU41, even though we're on TU39 now, just to make this whole update system a bit more confusing. But also, TU41 is unlikely to be the 1.9 update. It's either going to be the next minigame, or it's going to be a bug fix, or it's going to be like a mashup pack trial or something like that. It's probably not going to be the 1.9 update. That's going to be like later towards the end of the year, like, TU45, let's say. And yeah, that's why it's really confusing to talk about the next update's name. I think just calling it the 1.9 next big update is the best thing to do, but that's still kind of confusing. So there's the answer to your question. TU40 doesn't exist. TU41 is very unlikely to be 1.9. I mean, they could surprise us, but it's kind of unlikely, to be honest. So, yeah, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Michael Munnelly, who says, please tell me I'm not the only person who thinks Hunger Games on PC is infinitely better than Battle. So I figured I would address your comment here in a video, Mr. Michael Munnelly, because I think that, a lot of people say that, oh yeah, PC Hunger Games is better because you have more people and bigger maps, but to me, that's, that is a strength in some ways, but all of the downsides of playing on the PC just way outweigh that. So first of all, there's the fact that you're on a server that is there to make money out of you. So, oh, guess what? If you want to start with, this really good kit of like full iron armor, oh, you can pay us money. So, oh, now it's not about skill unless you're paying money too, or if you're not, it's like, oh, you have to overcome the fact that these people have paid to have an advantage. But if you leave that to the side just for a moment, there's also like a few changes to the way they set things up in Battle that I just prefer. I mean, it is more just, again, I set the combat to short. It's a 3-minute game with Battle. On PC, it's like a 30-minute game. Again, we leave that aside. We say that's fun for you. I don't think it's fun to use the inventory system on the PC where you have 36 slots and you just gather, like, bowls and stuff you really don't want. I think it's better to have, like, a closely managed inventory that you can use all at once. So, yeah, the answer to your question, I think that Battle on console is genuinely better than PC. I swear, some people are like, oh, he's saying that because this. No, I really do think it is just a better-made game mode, and if there was a Battle server on PC that just didn't have any microtransactions, I'd be so down to play that too. But there isn't, because, again, that's the way servers are set up. So, yeah, with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from Guy the Guardian, who says, Toycat, do you think there will be a reset end button? So, will there be a reset end button? Probably. So the next update, we still don't know for sure how they're going to be doing the new End Island stuff. If I had to guess, they'd be doing it like, because I asked Minecon the very moment that they were announced for the PC, like a year and a bit ago now. Basically, I asked, I think it was like the lead developer, so could you make the end, the same size as the overworld? So right now, the end is the size of the Nether. Could they make it the size of the overworld? He kind of like took a few seconds, mentally thought, and said, I don't think I can tell you that right now. But it was in a very like tongue-in-cheek way saying, yeah, we could do that. So I think what they'd do is they'd make the end console-sized and then have a ring of end islands around the edge. That means there's still a big gap between the main end island and the rest, and that means there would be a reset end button. However, if they do that, there definitely will be, but there's two other options. One is that they just decide not to, have end islands at all. I think that's really unlikely because it's a pretty key feature, but I mean, I guess you can consider it a possibility. But the other one that is, I think, way more likely likely, is the fact that they could be like, okay, how about we make each end island, portal ring an extra dimension. So this is, this end island is its own separate place than the next one is, and that way you could make it so there's almost infinite amount of them, or at least have it separated from your main end. I don't know, there's a few ways you'd have to do it, and I'm curious to see what they do with this, because 1.9 is going to have so many questions as to how they port it to console, and that's something we'll get to see, again, when the update's revealed in the next couple of months. So, yeah, that's going to be one of the big questions. Will there be a reset end? Will there be end islands? Oh, we'll find out with the next update. So, yeah, with that said, let's move to the next question from SquishyBear951, who says, #Q&A, Toycat, do you think a self-driving car will be worth the money? So this is like self-driving car debacle part 3, because people have been like, yeah, Toycat, self-driving cars aren't real, and then they're like, oh, self-driving cars are really stupid for this, and that. I think that a self-driving car would save you enough time to be worth the money, but even on the money thing, because when they first come out, they'll be more expensive. When they've been out for a little bit, self-driving cars will be cheaper because there's no insurance you have to pay. Like, if the car crashes, the person who made the car, they're the ones at fault, not you, because you're not driving the car. And that is where I think you save the money, because as a young person, the amount of money it costs to drive is actually kind of absurd because of that. Whereas if the car drives itself, you sit in the back seat, you play your 3DS, or you play something on your phone, or you watch Toycat videos on your phone in the back seat, and you don't have to worry about anything. So yeah, self-driving cars, totally worth the money. I think it will take a while till it's actually a better idea for most people, but I think at some point it'll actually become cheaper, and then people will be like, oh, are real driving cars worth the money? It's just paying more money to do something yourself. But yeah, that's the answer to your question, SquishyBear951. So let's move on to the next one, which comes in from Mr. McRae, who says, hello IBX Toycat. 2 questions. 1, how is life going generally, e.g. travelling and thoughts of gaming? 2, do you think that Minecraft is becoming too large for a platform and is slowly losing its original purpose? So question 1, how's life going with travelling and gaming? I actually did both those things in the same time last week at Gamescom. It was fun, actually. I went to Gamescom, played some games. I thought it was pretty nice. It was a lot of hassle because I decided to take the train route, and it's like 5 hours of trains from my house to Gamescom. It's nice that it is directly there, but still. Anyway, I think I'll be doing any travelling by like planes for a bit. I have to go to LA in like 3 weeks. Anyway, off the subject of that, gaming, travelling, both going good. Thank you for asking. But what about Minecraft becoming too large for a platform? I think that Minecraft as a platform is something that's problematic, because it used to just be, their one game on the PC, then they've obviously got the people who port it to the console, and that's not too bad. But then you've got the team that makes the Pocket Edition, and now it's 2 teams making the Pocket Edition together, plus helping on the PC. I think in theory this can accomplish more, but we just haven't really seen it outside the Pocket Edition. Maybe what it is they just haven't put any priority since Microsoft took over in anything but the Pocket Edition. But you figure, the console edition would be where they want to prioritize stuff. So I can't tell you for sure what's going on internally. We can only really observe it from the outside. But so far, I don't think Minecraft's becoming too large in any way. They're still trying to maintain their indie game status. And I think the only thing I'd say has gone wrong since Microsoft took over is that, the games besides the Pocket Edition. So the PC has had like 2 updates in the past 2 years. 2 years and a bit even. The console has had like 3 updates in the past 2 years, major updates anyway, like a whole bunch of other ones, but still, in the last 2 years, and it's like, I think they should put a lot of effort into this, because it's clear when an update comes out, there's like a big spike. Why not have lots of big spikes with lots of big updates? Maybe their plans are more long-term than that, but yeah, Minecraft, I don't think it's becoming too large. I just think it's maybe losing, maybe whoever's in charge has just this bizarre vision that doesn't make any sense. That's my opinion. So, yeah, I hope that wasn't just an incoherent blob of thought. If it was, then we'll move on to the next question, which won't be, because it's a simple one from Braden Ross, who says, Toycat, do you think Elytras, or Elytras, I don't know which way it's actually pronounced, will be added into TU41/TU42? So, the next 1.9 update, yes, it will definitely have Elytras. As far as, like, features that might be coming, you can be like End Islands, you can argue why they wouldn't be. Elytras, definitely coming in the next big update, 1.9, later this year. So, yeah, get excited for Elytras, because I know I'm going to have a lot of fun playing around with them. So yeah, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from April Chica Troop, who says, hey Toycat, I'll be studying my 2nd year of A-levels this year. Did you do them all at all? And if so, which subjects? And did you enjoy it? So, quite a few things there. First of all, 2nd year of A-levels. Congratulations. I assume that means you passed your 1st year. Second part is, did I study them myself? I did actually. I took 2 separate years of AS levels, which are the 1st year of A-levels, and I failed. I didn't fail both times, but I did very, very poorly. Because again, when you go from like school where they just drill it into you that you come here every day, it's like mandatory, and then you go into, the 6th form or college or whatever, I went to both of them, it ends up being like, so you don't have to come here, it'll be fine, you just won't learn. It's like, aha, suckers, I just won't show up then, and as you're all probably aware right now, not showing up and not learning things means you'll probably fail the subject. Add on to that the fact that I took insanely hard subjects, so maths and further maths. Basically, yeah, didn't do too amazing, but I did kind of enjoy the experience of like, at first I enjoyed just the big burst of freedom, like, guess what, I can just go to the shops between lessons, or, go to McDonald's, or do this or that, and I think that was pretty cool, personally. So, yeah, I did enjoy it a little bit, but not the actual, learning itself. But what I really enjoyed is when I, switched over to doing, a full-on just computing course. So instead of doing 4 subjects at random times, it was just, guess what, you're doing this whole thing, this big subject, you're either going to get a good thing or you're not, and I got the top grade in that eventually. So, A-levels, they're actually a lot harder than people say. If anyone is just about to take them, which is, by the way, in the UK, it's I think that's year 12 and year 13 of education. Basically, yeah, if you're just about to take those, they're pretty hard. I just say, remember that it's slightly harder than school, and you're going to have temptations. And give in to those temptations if you want. I'm horrible at advice. So let's just move on to the next question, which comes in from Minecraft Lover 123, who says #Q&A. So, Kat, do you watch Doctor Who? If so, who is your favourite Doctor, and who is your favourite monster? I mean, I guess it'd be what is your favourite monster, because they're not people, they're monsters. Anyway, so who is my favourite Doctor? I really liked Christopher. I don't know his second name. The one with the black jacket. But I think my favourite would probably have to be the Scottish guy. And again, David Tennant. There we go. So David Tennant is probably my favourite Doctor just because he was there for so long, and I don't really like any of the ones since him. And my favourite monster, probably the Cybermen, because I love it when there's actual plausibility. Like, you look at Daleks and you're like, oh, these are dudes from a time war where they locked it in time, and they're actually little aliens inside giant, they're ridiculous in terms of actual believability. But Cybermen is just, one dude believed he could live forever if he turned himself into a machine, and when you turn into a machine, you get illogical and you realize, everyone can live forever if I just force them to be machines. That's actually kind of a cool premise. So, my favorite episode though would have to be of Torchwood, not of Doctor Who, because they have an entire season of Torchwood dedicated to what if nobody died in the world, and that is the best stuff. I love, I think the best villains in anything are when it's something that could plausibly happen to society. And imagine if just people didn't start dying tomorrow. That would be crazy in a lot of ways. It sounds good and it sounds bad at the same time. That's there's interesting depth to that, and that's what I really like, as opposed to Daleks or guess what, there's statues that follow you around or something. I don't know, maybe I didn't make any sense there. But I do like Doctor Who. I like Torchwood a bit more though. I feel like I've answered this before, so I'll just move on to the next question, which comes in, it's the final question even, which comes in from DuckLord5000, #Q&A, do a house tour and an office tour, by the way, I love you. So, this isn't actually a question, it ends with I love you. It should be I love you ? And I could be yes, you love me, or I love you too, or whatever. But anyway, point being, will I do a house or an office tour? So yeah, the house, as I've been mentioning, is going further and further along. I'm going to be getting a date where I'll have keys in my hand soon, which that'll be exciting. But yeah, will I do a house or an office tour? I think I'm going to do one when I'm just about to move in, of the empty place, because it'll be cool to look at. And then I'll do one 3 months later when I've got everything set up, because there's so much that has to be done. I'm going to have to take a little bit of I guess I'll just have to record in advance and have a week to just, first of all, buy the furniture, assemble the furniture, set up of an office, make sure all the networking's done. There's lots of crazy stuff that needs to be done. And yeah, I want to do a house tour when I move in, and then one I guess it'll probably be next year by this point. So yeah, I will do a house tour just because so many people have asked, and I think it'd be cool to show off something that I'm really proud of. So yeah, that is that question. I just realized I missed one because it's in my head I didn't answer that at all. I actually have a question here which comes in from the awesomenesses, and they say pickles on pizza versus pizza on, I don't even know what's going on there. Anyway, so Kat, why do you upload your videos so far apart sometimes? So a lot of people assume that I just have giant gaps in uploading. This is because if you just use the YouTube homepage, or even sometimes the YouTube subscriptions, if the sorts of, so I've done a whole video on this before. YouTube's really clever with its algorithms. If it thinks you might not like a video, it'll not send it to you. But sometimes if you really want to watch a Toy Cat video and you just don't see it, that can be kind of frustrating. So if you want to guarantee you see every single Toy Cat video, either follow me on Twitter and check the tweets daily, or you can actually go to your YouTube setting, you go to more subscriptions setting, on my page, you click the cog, and it'll be send notifications for these videos. And if you want to get notifications for them, that means you can guarantee they will get to you. Whereas if they're in the sub box, it's going to be based on whether other people like them. And I think that's a great system. I use that personally, but I think if you want to guarantee the notifications, you can do it that way. So anyway, with that said, I hope you did all enjoy Q&A Saturday this week. If you did like it, like the video and let me know. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this one every single week on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them weekly. Well, I mean other videos too. You should probably check those out daily on your homepage. page. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!